Hey, how are you? Good Monday afternoon to you. We are coming with another match video, which I wasn't sure was going to happen this week because we had some more of that bipolar weather. It was like literally snowing the day before. But I did find that Go Shoot Outdoors, where I was having a match on Sunday in Sanford, North Carolina, and that's Chris Tilley's range. And he puts on some super technical stages. Really, really good match. Sometimes it's frustratingly good. So you can feel a little beat down after that match. And this one was no exception. So I shot the open gun again. It did have one little trigger issue, which you'll see in the video. We'll talk more about that. But I ended up 3 out of 3 in open. It was Chris Tilley, then another guy, and then me. I finished about 64% of him just because of the penalties were horrible. Without any of the penalties, I what-ifed it, and that would have brought me up to about 74 to 75%, which is decent. You know, I'm okay with that. I shot, man, I think it was 5 no-shoots and like 2 or 3 mics. We'll add them up as we go through the video. But I was having a trigger issue. You know, I don't know if it was trigger press, which I'm pretty sure it was, or Arthur came and visited my thumb last week. So I ended up having my thumb taped up just to keep it bent so it wouldn't like hyperextend. You can see it's still kind of funky acting. And I was maybe putting some undue pressure into the gun that I wasn't quite aware that I was doing. Either way, I was shanking shots low, which I'm pretty sure is trigger, but you know, it is what it is. So I ended up 3rd in open, and I actually got 5th overall. So I wasn't displeased with it, you know, but it definitely could have been better. But I'm not going to let that match beat me, so I'm going there again next weekend. Anyway, here's our first stage. Let's get going. All right, stage 1. This is before the snow really started melting. As you saw in the 2 pictures earlier, it was a mud fest. Once it got warm, man, everything just went to wet clay, and it got interesting, slippery towards the end of the match. You'll see those last 2 stages. So stage 1, hit factor of 4.4563. Time was 22.44, 16 alphas and 5 charlies. Biggest issue with the stage is I was getting a hell of a glare. You'll see where the sun's coming in. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about it, but it's like this red halo around the dot on the Leopold. And I don't really know what to do. I don't want to cover the optic and shoot that way. I train a little bit with that cover on. But man, it slows my transitions down big time in live fire. So that may be an option. I just might have to give it some more time. But anyway, let's go with that. So this is our first stage of the day.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Stand by. You're finished. Unload the shift clear. If clear, slide forward, hammer down, holster. Range is clear. Time 2244. Are you ready? Stand by. Finish. Unload the shift clear. If clear, slide
All
forward.
right, guys, so stage number 2, I'm still fighting the sun. It's coming up a little bit, so it's not as bad. So I'm not having as much trouble getting on the dot. We have a hit factor of 4.6984, time of 17.24, 14 alpha, 6 Charlie, 1 Delta, 1 Mike, 1 no shoot. I think it is the 4th or 5th target in is like a 25 yard metric target with a no shoot underneath it. It's about that much head box, probably about 8 inches of target up there. Took the first shot, shanked it right into the no shoot. Took the second one, called it good. took a third one and called it good, but apparently put it right over the top. So you'll see that this starts to become the theme of this match, starting with this one. Otherwise, went pretty good. I'm not displeased with it. Again, man, even that open swinger was 15, 20, 25 yards away. I'm guessing it's like 25. I mean, this stuff was out there. I know it looks far with my hat comb video, but this was pretty damn far. So anyway, here is stage number 2.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Stand by. Finish unloading, still clear.
Right in that damn no
Clear,
shoot.
slide forward, hammer down holster. Range clear time 1724.
Right.
And it goes
Are you
up
ready?
to 350 pounds.
Stand by.
You just rip it out, and I squat. I'm like, oh, I want to
Unloading, still clear. Clear, slide forward, hammer down holster. Range clear time.
All right, stage number 3. Still facing the sun, but it's definitely getting better. Hit factor of 6.9507, a time of 13:38, which I was pretty happy with the time, until my buddy Dave shot. Dave, if you watch that video, that was a stupid run. 11 alphas, 9 charlies, and 1 delta. So real quick, my buddy Dave swept by this window and shot the popper through the window as he was leaning out to go to the right array. Came up and the swinger was just there, and he crushed it in like 11 seconds. I mean, he just beat the pants off of all of us. But no penalties in this one, so here is stage number 3.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Like when I go to do a
Finish unloading, still clear. That's clear, slide forward, hammer down holster. Range clear time 1338.
1338.
Are you ready?
Something on the inside is getting
Stand by.
caught up. Like when I go to like do a.
Get checked. Think like a step on like a rock or
My ankle is probably 10,
Still clear.
15 years. It's been a long time.
Range clear time 1338.
Stage 4, we had a hit factor of 4.5580, time of 21.72, 17 alphas, 6 charlies, and 1 no-shoot. So the no-shoot came from the activator. I shot the open, that was a disappearing target. Shot the activator under the paper, came back to the no-shoot. It was a little, standard target, just a little top of it showing. Popped 2 shots, caught them both good. One was down in the no-shoot, shanked it straight down. This is also the one where I had the trigger issue. Don't know what happened. It was just a dead trigger. Either I didn't release it all the way or the gun didn't go into battery all the way. So irregardless, I popped the back of the slide. Next shot, it went off. I didn't want to rack around out. But that did throw me off for the end position. And once I kind of got out of that rhythm that I was in, I was trying to stay in a rhythm. I didn't hit my spot going over to the other side, so I had to make this stupid adjustment for some. This match is known for like really crazy leans, so it is way out there. And then when I turned back on the other target, I was just in a real slow rhythm, and it is what it is. But anyway, here is stage 4. Definitely my worst one of the day, I think.
awkward as hell. It's like a ballerina.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by.
Damn. It's like a ballerina.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by.
Stage number 5, the old stand and shoot. I forgot what this one was. I think it's like Speedy Steel or something like that. Hit factor of 7.4074, all alpha, which they're all, just pieces of steel. Time was 4:05. My first shot was a 1.75 because I didn't have the dot perfect and I had one makeup. Anything on the stage like that, if it's not perfect, you're not going to get there. GM and open was like, I think Tilly shot it in 2.92 and it was only a master. So, I mean, I wasn't even close. This is like a 60%.
Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Stand by. Finish up low, show clear.
Come on out.
There you go. Ranges say 4.05.
All right, guys, stage number 6. So let me go ahead and read what happened. 4.9975 was the hit factor. Time of 20.01, 18 alpha, 5 Charlie, 1 no shoot. This is where the water in the mud started being an issue. Like it was just melting all day. By the time we got down here, it was slicker than ill snot. Like it was bad. You will see where the frustration on the no shoot started to creep in on this stage. I mean, because I'm actually like, verbally expressing my frustration when I hit it, when I call the shot, because I see it as soon as I do it. And the no shoot was like, man, maybe 4 yards away, and I shot him right square between the eyes. I mean, I just shanked it straight down. So I was a bit frustrated. This stage did have a swinging target with 2 plates on it that I nailed both of those right off the bat, just focusing on trigger press, because by then I kind of figured that's what was going on. So I had 2 really great shots on that, crushed that. But still pegged that guy right between the eyes. So we're gonna sort that out here within the next week. All right, here you go.
Mm-hmm. Stand by.
Damn it.
Finish, unload, show clear.
Fucking no shoot, man.
Clear, hammer down, holster. Range is clear. 2081.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Finish, unload, show clear. No shoot, man. Clear, hammer down, holster. I don't know if I said it.
Guys, last one, stage number 7. This is a 3 shot per target stage, and it is partialed and no shooted to death. He has no shoots on the swingers. I mean, this is, like I said, man, this match is no joke. Hit factor of 4.9292. Time was 17.65, 19 alpha, 5 Charlie, 1 Delta, 1 Mike, 2 no shoots. So it's the theme for sure. Anyway, this was extremely muddy. This was by far the worst stage. Everything looked good. One really cool thing about the stage is I came up on a popper for the activator, and a popper was right behind it, and I snuck a bullet right past the first one and hit the second one before the first one even hit the ground, which was very cool. Pretty happy with that. 3 per. The swinger was probably about 12 yards away, IPSC target, and it was partialed. And I put one of the no shoots was right on the edge. I got the alpha for. The other one was like that far through the edge. You see at the end of the video, I'm looking back on it just to see if I got the points. But then I decided I already had both no shoots. There was no need to, goof it up any further. But after this, it was a fun match. But man, we were glad to be done. So enjoy the last one.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Stand by. You ready? Bye.
All right, guys, that concludes it. I am going to put a non-commentary match video at the end of this, maybe for people who don't want to sit through and watch all the commentary stuff. But I will be back out here next weekend because this is the 5th week of the month, and we don't have any matches on 5-week months, but Chris is going to throw one, so I am not going to let this match kick me in the teeth. I'm going to go back and give it the go and see if I can get through a decent match out here. All right, see you later.